in the university will hear. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So if you have, and the way he was talking, he was angry because I think he was more annoyed about the guy who was asking for the money more than the job he was doing. So if you have workers who are not motivated, it can affect any plan that you want to use to grow. You plan everywhere, you invest everywhere, then they will kill the business from their bad attitude. Then minimizing waste, and then also making sure that certain taxes that you have to pay, you pay. Minimizing waste is about identifying where waste can occur. Waste can occur in so many things in the institution. For example, if there's a lot of paperwork, too much paperwork. Now, paperwork means that you are printing and you are buying paper. So it is what? Cost. That is one. Number two, paperwork means that there is a lot of paper that is moving around. So in terms of delay of documents, in terms of signing approval, it can also bring delays. Is not good. Delays can also retard the process and make sure that it will bring a lot of bureaucracies, and that will also stall time. So if a consumer wants something, it will take time. Paperwork also means that sometimes things are not computerized, so it actually also delays everything in its work. A friend of mine came from the US and went to Register General to collect TIN number. You know what TIN number is? So when in tax certification, and when they gave the TIN number to him, they told him that after filling the form, he should go and come back. Those times they said he should go and come back for the TIN number, but it should be ready in about 2 weeks' time. And when the 2 weeks' time is up, the computer will send him a text message, and then he can come for the TIN number. So he was in the house, the text message came that your TIN number is already went up. Then he went there, he was going to call. Say, oh, the TIN, I've not even printed it too. They said, why the computer text me? So, oh, it's the assistant. Every 2 weeks, it will just check who came 2 weeks ago and to send text message. I hope the computer is doing the job, but it is not synchronized with the practices which are still paper based, which are still manual based. So 2 weeks is our computer will send. It will not check that morning who and whose own is ready. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So I just send a text message. Another thing that can happen with waste is when you also don't streamline activities, and the same people are doing the same activities and there are redundancies. Sometimes it happens. I've seen institutions that redundancy is created by family members. Somebody has been hired to do the job. Because you want to give a family member a job, you also bring him to come and do the same job. And the family member ends up not doing anything because the other person is the one doing the job. And it's creating waste in the organization, and it's costing you money. And you don't want to eliminate the person because it's a family member. Sometimes a family member too was there first, but he's not doing the job well. Because of that, you have to hire somebody else on top of it to be able to get the job done. You also have waste that you have to eliminate. And you have to also think about it very carefully. Good. So if you don't point out some of these gaps in the institution or the opportunities for waste to occur, whatever you do is that as you are trying to invest more, this one is also draining you. It's like it's drawing you back. It's also taking from you. Whilst you are looking for more, money comes and money goes away. Money comes and money goes away. And it's kind of siphoning you away. Then you also have, you see, when you have employees who are not working, you are still paying certain obligatory taxes for them or certain financial commitments towards something like social security. They are not working, you are still having them in the institution. If you don't let them go, you lose. Another thing that could also happen is you are operating in a space that you shouldn't operate in. Some businesses, branches that you have in certain areas are not working. You are still running that branch. Close it. Close it. If it's not working, you close it. If it's becoming a cash center for you, it is a cost center for you, and it's affecting your business, close it. If you don't close it, it will run you down. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Or look for alternatives that will enhance will reduce the cost. Sometimes there are alternatives that could exist, but because you have not explored it, you don't even know. One of the problems why people don't refuse to change is because they think there's nothing better out there. And the reason why you think there's nothing better out there is because you yourself are a little bit afraid to try whether there's something better out there. Sometimes it's also good for you to check whether there's something better out there. I know somebody who was employing a group of people for a particular role. And what he did is that because he's schooled in China, he thought that everybody who come from China would be the best person to work with. So he wanted to take somebody from a Ghanaian who was returning from China, took the person to his company. the person was very good in mathematics but couldn't write any report. Until he can't put a report together, and he put him in a managerial role. He couldn't put reports together. He can do the calculation, everything will be part, but how to make it make sense and present it, he can't do it. He asked him that, so how did you get this degree in this thing? Then he was right, but within 2 weeks, the guy had to fire him. Now, the reason why he had to fire him, because the role for him which he hired him for, he was not being efficient in that area. You can't lead a unit if you cannot be able to present your reports in management meeting. You can't make sense out of it. You can only talk about numbers, but you cannot put anything together. There are employees like that in our companies where they are only good for one thing. The rest of the other things they can't do. They never get it right. Calculation, they will never get it right. Everything you are telling them, you have to teach them. So it's like each time you have to supervise them to get the things done. A secretary who you have to supervise and edit every document that she types for you. It's a very serious. Then you are now the secretary. Because almost every time you have to tell the secretary what to type. And that's a very serious issue. And it happens in a lot of public sector institutions. You have got a secretary who cannot make sense of anything. Every time you have to tell him how to type something, how to put it together. If you're not very careful, you will be there and you will be doing the job of the secretary while she gets paid. Good. Then effective operating systems. It's like the example I gave earlier concerning the TIN number. If you have got systems that are not operating well, you have to be very careful. Now, the fact that you have computerized a system does not mean that the manual process has changed. The process may have not changed, but the thing may have been computer. What the computer has done, if there was corruption, it has just taken the thing online. So the person, if you are trying to eliminate it, let me just give an example. There are certain places that everything you have to get somebody to sign. And when you go and you have not put 10 CDs on it, they won't sign for you. So you think corruption is taking place. Now, do you know what happens? When you computerize it, if you don't take care, when they print the form, they will still tell you that the form itself now costs 10 CDs. The paper that are printed, they will still sell it that the paper. So what you are paying for is now the paper that has come out of the computer. Because they are selling the paper for you, to you. Now, why am I saying that? It's because you have changed the process to make it efficient, but the manual process, the people behind the process and the thinking behind the process has not changed. And that is one thing you have to be very careful. If you tell your consumers that you are doing a promotion for them, and you are not very transparent in your communication, what will happen is they may receive the product all right, they may buy the product all right, but what you may realize in the long run is that they are still not attached to your product, because they are just buying it because the product is now cheap, not because it is fulfilling a particular need. I know consumers who like buying products because the thing has become cheap. I mean, cheaper and me to pay go. I must say higher between you, but they have no special relationship with your product. When consumers move to a place where they have a special relationship to your product, one thing that will happen is that even if you increase the price, they will still want to buy. You know, their iPhone costs a lot, but every time they bring the price, people are still buying. They have bought a new one, iPhone X or whatever it is, almost 6,000 Ghana. I thought it won't sell in Ghana here. I called one of my friends. He told me that he has sold over 250 already. And I was asking that, how did he get the people to buy? I said, Ghanaians to buy. I said, this thing that can buy land, they are buying. They said, yeah, they are buying. And I was asking that, so who is the average Ghanaian? Because it didn't add up in my head. How are they buying it? He said, yes, they are buying. The reason why they are buying is that it's not because of the fact that just about the price. It's because it's iPhone. People want to have it because of prestige. They want to feel good about themselves. They want to make sure that the product they have one. The same thing happened to Infinix phone. I don't know whether you have heard of Infinix. When it came, it was a very good phone, 500, 450 Ghana. Everybody was buying some because you could get it and it comes with long battery power. Right now the thing is 800 Ghana. And it's gone high. People are still buying because they entered in the market. People got attached to it and they still like it. So our objective here is to make sure that when we improve our processes, we build a better relationship with the customer, so that the customer will stay with us. Even if the prices go high, the customers want to be with us. Even if our systems are improved and they become effective, the customer wants to even pay for more. They like it because they have trusted the product. They know the product very, very, very much. If you ask anybody about it, say, this product is very good. I really want it. I really like it. So efficient and effective operating system matter, but the objective is to enhance our relationship with our customers, or the value that we are trying to create out there. If you say the tin number will be ready in 2 weeks, it should be ready with printed. Don't let the person show up and say that the printer is also not working. Okay. The last one is effective documented financial controls. Dr. Beatty talked about it. If you don't document the things you are doing financially, how can you be able to know how much you have to be able to fund future projects that you have, you want to take advantage of? Your effective bookkeeping, efficient bookkeeping will always help you to be able to know what you have, where you're standing, what's the financial climate of the firm, what's the financial health of the firm. If you're able to establish that financial health, then you can say you can fund things. Many people have very good plans, but because the resources are not there, they don't take off. The resources are not there, they can't be able to take off. So if you effectively manage or efficiently manage your books, efficiently manage your accounting platforms, as he mentioned earlier, you can always know what do we have and can we invest, can we take advantage. If you cannot take advantage, when can we take advantage? Okay, so what factors do we consider before embarking on operational enhancement? The first thing that you should know, that as soon as you think about enhancing your operations, or so that you can be able to grow, growth comes at a cost, because new responsibilities will come. As soon as you grow and have more branches, now the managers who are sitting there, they start asking who will be taken to that branch. They start fighting. Oh, because everybody's calculating. When you if you are a junior manager, move there to go and do this, it increases your salary. Some people too don't want to move. They like living in Takoradi. So if you're bringing the moving opportunity, they say they move in there. No, my family here, my school, my children's school. I don't want to move. The cost of moving is too high. So it means that sometimes you have to go and find a younger person who is more daring and wants to go. And sometimes they're moving it to a place where it's not nice. Who will move to? One of my friends said that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is moving him to Cote d'Ivoire for 4 years, and he's going to a junior position because they know he's the best person who can do the job. But they'll give him the same salary he's getting in Accra, but he's going there for 4 years. Then he said that on the plan he had to go to US, but something happened when I think the president recently visited to Cote d'Ivoire or something like that. So they need somebody in the Cote d'Ivoire office. So the US has been postponed. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. But because he's good in what he does, he's going to there for 4 years. If they told you that you're going to something like Dubai for 4 years, you say yes. You say England for 4 years, you say yes. Your children will be taken alongside. Oh, that one, yes. They will pay their school fees, yes. They do the same thing in Cote d'Ivoire. My children should stay here and finish. So sometimes when you seek to expand, you should know new responsibilities will come, and that may require a team expansion. Because sometimes the new areas you are looking for, if somebody is being sent to Cote d'Ivoire, he should be able to speak French. You are expanding. If I am in Accra and I'm based in Accra, I'm expanding to Takoradi, I would like to bring a fanti or somebody who can adjust to the conditions here. I don't just want to drop somebody. If I have the person has a family member here, a family here, it may be even easier for me. He will not feel lonely. I've seen, you see, do you know the risk of bringing somebody from Accra here? Every weekend he's traveling back again or every 2 weeks he's traveling back again to Accra, and that is risk for you. Even if you're not paying for it, it's risk for you. Because it means that Monday morning he is rushing back again. Productivity is risk for you. So if you don't take it, you have to move his whole family and relocate them to this place. So you may have to understand that the enterprise will experience increase in the number of people they will work with. You may have to engage a few more employees and make sure you are provisioned for an additional office space. There comes with also added costs. As soon as you say you are expanding, other costs can come in. The cost may not be apparent in the beginning because you think you are just opening a shop in Kumasi. But maybe the place you want to open a shop, crime rate is high. what you didn't consider in Accra, you didn't have CCTV in Accra. Just because you are taking it a part of Kumasi, you need to add CCTV. You need to add a lot of things because of the fact that you are locating in that particular region. So added costs may come, even liability insurance, recruitment, training, all of this. Then there may be also communication glitches with multiple offices or multiple branches in different locations. It may be difficult for you to keep the team together. So if you're very, very careful, maybe you have to do more retreats and bringing everybody together so that you can communicate your plan together to them, to all these employees. Now, what other issues still exist? What about market share?